This video tutorial I will explain primary key constraint in SQL. The primary key constraint uniquely identifies each record in the table, and primary keys must contain unique values, and it should not contain null values. And in a table only one primary key is allowed, and primary key can be a single column or a combination of multiple columns. We will see the example now. Here you can see employee table. It has 5 columns and it has 1 row. And by default, the primary key is unique. In this table, the primary key is employee ID. Here, employee table has 1 record with primary key 1. And here I am trying to insert one more record with primary key 1. We will see what happens. And we got error saying the primary key 1 is already there. So by default, the primary key is unique. Now I am changing to 2, the primary key value, trying to insert, and it inserted new record. Here you can see employee table. It has a primary key which is employee underscore ID. We will see how to remove this primary key. To remove this primary key, first we have to remove the auto increment property. For that we have to execute this first query. Alter table employee, modify employee underscore ID, int not null. And here you can see auto increment property is removed. Then we have to execute the second query. Alter table employee drop primary key. Executing this. And here you can see the primary key is removed. Next we will see how to add the primary key. For that we have to use this query. Alter table employee, modify employee ID, data type is int and not null constraint, and employee underscore ID should act as a primary key. So primary key and auto increment property. Execute. Refresh. And here you can see the primary key is added and auto increment property also set. Next we will see how to create a primary key with multiple columns. For that first we will remove the existing primary key. Existing primary key is removed. To create a primary key with multiple columns, we have to use this query. Alter table employee, add constraint and constraint name. Primary key is a combination of employee ID and employee name. Execute this query. Here you can see the primary key is created with 2 columns. You can get Java source code link for each video in the description section of the video. Here you can see the description section. Click on show more, and here you can see the Java source code links. Click on these links to get the Java source code.